North America is a land of vast natural frontiers, where cold winds blow through the mountains and dense forests stretch endlessly. Here, a creature stands at the top of the food chain, without a pack, without weapons, only needing time and instinct. That is the grizzly bear, not as noisy as a wolf, not as mobile as a lion, but every time it appears, it commands the attention of the whole forest. In the world of grizzly bears, territory is not defined by boundaries, but by scent, claws, and habits. A rich food source, such as a salmon-filled stream or a prairie, is a prized possession that bears will try to hold on to at all costs. In early fall in Yellowstone, a nearly 700-pound adult grizzly was patrolling his familiar territory. Warning signs of trouble, fresh claw marks on a tree trunk, a strange scent in the air. Just a few hours later, the two bears clashed halfway up a hillside. There was no roar, no immediate charge. Each stood watching, its body towering over 9 feet, a display of size and strength. The slow pace, the unwavering gaze, was a ritual test of resolve. When neither would budge, the tug of war began. Not long, not violent, but fierce in every thrust. Every shoulder thrust. The goal was not to injure, but to force the other to give up. Finally, the intruder backed away, turned, and walked away. The bear initially stood on the slope, breathing heavily, then turned back down the valley. The fight ended without a roar, without bloodshed, but for the grizzly, that was enough to protect what was his. In the dense forests of southern Montana, where soft soil and thick foliage trap every footprint, an unexpected encounter occurs between two creatures with strong survival instincts: grizzly bears and wild boars. The North American wild boar, a wild descendant of the European domestic pig, is short in stature but stocky and muscular, typically weighing between 150 and 300 pounds. With its curved tusks, aggressive temperament, and lightning-fast reaction times, it is not easy prey. A hungry grizzly crept toward a wild boar, but the boar sensed it and stood its ground. They clashed briefly before the boar escaped, leaving the bear to decide the fight wasn't worth the energy. The North American elk Cervus canadensis, commonly known as the elk, is one of the largest deer on the continent. Adult males can weigh between 700 and 1,100 pounds, with branching antlers that can reach up to 4 feet long. They are found in the forests and grasslands of the western United States, especially in states like Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. In late summer, as the grass dries and elk herds move into the lowlands, an adult grizzly bear catches a whiff of a herd of elk. The wind carries the familiar scent of sweat, dirt, and the thin hairs left on the low branches. It is a prime time to try your luck. The bear moves silently along the slopes, nestling in the dense undergrowth. Below, a young elk is foraging for food, unaware that it has entered the hunting grounds of one of the most patient omnivores in the mountains. The bear accelerates at the decisive moment. The elk noticed, but it was too late. It sprang up and ran, leaping over the thick bushes. The bear chased for only a few dozen yards, then suddenly stopped, not because it was tired, but because it realized the prey was still strong. The terrain was not favorable. The chase ended in silence. But for the bear, it was not a failure. Every encounter was an opportunity to learn and adjust, like the flow of time, not stubborn, not hasty, just at the right time, in the right place. Nature will make a way. The caribou Rangifer tarandus is an iconic North American tundra animal, native to Alaska and Canada. They are notable for their annual migration, which can last more than 600 miles, one of the longest mammal migrations on the continent. Adults weigh about 350 to 400 pounds, have thick fur to protect against the cold, and have unique branched antlers used for defense and mating. In late summer in the foothills of the Brooks Range, Alaska, a lone grizzly bear tracks a herd of female caribou and her calf. With a favorable wind, the bear keeps its distance, moving along the rocky slopes, watching every movement below. A weaker calf lags behind the herd. This is an opportunity. The bear attacks from the flank, cutting an angle to close the gap. When the caribou notice, they instinctively scatter. The mother turns around, trying to block the way ahead, but the calf is already in danger. The chase lasts only a few seconds. The bear accelerated, gathering strength in the final step. The cub collapsed without chaos, without a roar, just a moment of silence. A quick decision, but one that had been prepared for a long time. In the harshness of nature, survival does not come from luck. It belongs to those who know how to observe, wait, and act at the right time. From snow-capped mountains to vast grasslands, grizzly bears are not only a symbol of strength, but also a testament to the instinct to survive in the harsh natural environment. Every encounter, whether with wolves, deer, or their own kind, is a test of instinct, where reason and strength must be balanced in every moment. They do not hunt to destroy, but to maintain the rhythm of life passed down from thousands of generations. There is no room for haste, only calculation, patience, and never-ending choices. And it is the silence in every step that makes grizzly bears an indispensable part of the epic of North American wildlife.